Welcome to our viewers here in the United States and around the world. I'm Wolf Blitzer in Washington. This is a special edition of the Situation Room. We begin tonight with a ride by the President of the United States, one that is calling into question what we know about his health and his judgment. This was earlier tonight. The President waving to supporters from the back of his SUV after leaving his suite at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland, the hospital where he's being treated for COVID-19. Of course, he wasn't alone in that vehicle. Two people, presumably Secret Service agents, were in the car with him. While we don't know what this means for their health, we did learn more details of the president's health from his doctor, and those details were troubling. His physician, Dr. Sean Conley, was upbeat about the president's condition, but what he said led our own Dr. Sanjay Gupta to say the president of the United States may be sicker than his medical team is letting on. And one striking detail, the president is now taking a steroid, one that's recommended by the World Health Organization only for people suffering from the most severe cases of COVID and need supplemental oxygen. Of course, he's also being treated with two other powerful drugs, an experimental antibody cocktail and remdesivir, which has been shown to shorten recovery time for some coronavirus patients, but there are potentially side effects. Let's get to CNN's Jeremy Diamond. He's outside Walter Reed right now for us. Jeremy, you were standing there when the president made that unannounced surprise photo op appearance just a little while ago. How did it go down? How did the people outside the hospital react? What's the latest?
Well, it was a surreal scene. There have been dozens of the president's supporters who have been here outside Walter Reed National Military Medical Center all day to show their support for the president, but it was a surprise to them as much as it was to us to see the presidential motorcade suddenly rolling down this street right in front of Walter National Military Medical Center. I mean, the President of the United States, we know that he is ill. He is extremely contagious. He has coronavirus. We know that he is on 3 powerful drugs now to try and get the president to recover from this virus. And yet here he was in this SUV rolling down the street. The president waving to his supporters who were here, giving a few fist bumps. And Wolf, it was signature Trump, you know, at a moment of weakness, at a moment where we know the president is in ill health. We heard his doctors earlier today describing his condition, the fact that his oxygenation levels dipped below healthy levels both yesterday and the day before. And so the president obviously here sees of the message to try and project this image of strength at a time, Wolf, where he is anything but that, really going through the ringer with this virus.
The president's team of doctors, Jeremy, spoke to reporters earlier today, the second time in 2 days. What are they saying about the president's health right now, and which direction do they see his condition moving?
Well, we learned more details about the president's condition. We learned that he had a worryingly high fever on Friday and that his oxygen levels dipped below 94%, prompting this visit to Walter Reed Hospital. And while we did hear more details, Wolf, from the president's doctor, Dr. Sean Conley, and the other physicians there today, we also still have a lot of questions that remain. I mean, Dr. Conley explained that he provided an upbeat assessment yesterday because he was trying to steer the course of the president's illness in a positive direction, trying to reflect the upbeat view of the president's medical team. But well, that's withholding information from the American people about the health of a 74-year-old president who is in a high-risk category for this virus. And they continue to withhold more information today, even as they revealed that the president is not only on this antibody cocktail, he is also on the antiviral remdesivir, and is also now on a steroid dexamethasone, which is indicated only typically, Wolf, for patients with severe symptoms of the coronavirus. They still withheld other critical information. For example, declining to say exactly how low the president's oxygen saturation levels went, and also more critically, Wolf, declining to say what the president's lung CT and X-ray scans actually showed. Dr. Conley only saying that they found expected findings, which leads to the question of those expected findings are. Does the president have pneumonia? Does he have any scarring on his lungs? Those are some of the critical questions that medical experts have raised in the wake of this briefing. But unfortunately, Wolf, we did not get the answers to those questions today.
Keyword, unfortunately. Thank you very much, Jeremy Diamond.